Mm-hmm. 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 Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look.
Saturday morning, all about the hoops on Pub Sports Radio is back. Guns, our guy Wine Time, has a little girl now, so he probably won't make it today. But we're still holding it down. How's it going this weekend, Guns?
Beautiful day yesterday. I think I was 6-1 in college basketball. So in the right momentum going into the weekend. We have a lot going on. Of course, the NFL is going to be taking up a lot of my time today. But we are here to talk about the hoops. I do have some takes on a few games today.
Hell yeah, man. I tell you what, a lot of people get a little bit down as we get to this point of the season because it sucks, man. We wait. Yeah. We wait all year as gamblers. We go through the dog days of summer waiting on football. Finally we get college football back. The NFL gets rolling, and it feels like it gets taken away from us. But the truth is, man, I love college basketball. We got so much action today that we can talk about, so many big conference games. So I'm excited to get into it, man. I see everybody rolling in the chat, man. Kenny Can, Macedo, hopefully I said that correctly. Stacks, our guy. He said Florida International -110. And D Knox over 22.5 receiving yards are his two Stacks plays of the day. Shout out to you, Stacks. We'll run those back.
I did say on my live early this morning that I better see some Gonziples in there. So if you're a Gonziple, drop it in the chat. Say you're a Gonziple and you're here for me. Actually, for the crew. This is what we're going to be doing every single Saturday. We've been doing this through college football, and we're going to continue it through March Madness and everything. So hit the like and drop a few comments.
I tell you what's cool, Guns, is I just went and hit that retweet on the Pub Sports Radio on the show right here. Guys, if you can, go hit that button on the retweet. Man, we had like 20 retweets and over 1K views on the X account last Saturday morning as well. So you guys are showing out for us there as well as on YouTube. So thank you, guys. There's no show without you, man. Shout out to Slaughter, the Donna OG, holding us down, and the producers that help us. But you guys are the backbone, so thank you. But without further ado, man, we got a ton of best bets to get to, and we got just the guy to kick us off, man. I think I might even have an intro for him in here. Let me see. If I don't, I'm going to have to go find his intro because you're going to love this one, Guns.
Let's go.
This is a real treat for you guys, man. Sorry I'm having to switch back and forth between the backgrounds.
Ooh.
I got to add a different producer here today, but I got to run this intro for our guy right here, bringing you this action on a fine Saturday morning. Our dude, Matty Ice, Taint. Let's get some Taint today, boys.
Resting couch, Matt.
We had to go and run both of them. Matty, what up? What up, man? Glad to have you.
What's up, guys? Guns, Dab, Pub Sports Radio.
Oh, you took him off.
Shit, man. Doing the best I can.
That's all right. That's all right.
Doing the best.
Yeah, fuck that intro.
What up,
Yeah,
man?
glad to be here.
Saturday, man.
I had a couple minutes this morning between games, so I was like, text you, and I was like, hey, if you got room for me, I got a couple bangers that I want to give out.
We got room for you, man. Shit, I remember the last time you dropped us a card was on my birthday, man, and you went 4-1 on that card. I got a good memory like an elephant, man. I appreciate that. So let's go ahead and get you rolling. I probably don't have graphics, Matty, for the games you're on.
You probably don't.
Okay, so
I can't wait. Is he on the garbage like I do?
Right, he's on teams that I don't know the name of.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, I can't wait. Let's go.
All right, so I'll just get right to it. My best top play of the day. We're going to High Point, okay? Team that can absolutely shoot the ball, okay? These guys can shoot the rock. They're 16.5 point favorites today at home, but they just got their ass whooped by Winthrop by 17 points. Now they're coming back, playing at home. This team averages over 90 points a game. Their team total right now is 82.5. If you remember last week, Arkansas got their ass beat by Auburn, okay? Then came back home and put up 108 in a smash spot. They were pissed off. They lost to Auburn by like 22. So that was a hammer spot. Team total over. I gave it out on one of the shows. It was either a Tuesday or Wednesday show. But when they played that game, this is the same exact spot. A team that averages over 90 points a game that only scored 75, I think, against Winthrop, lost by 17. They're going to come in and absolutely hammer this today. It's whatever it is. It's probably 83. It might be 83 and a half. They're going to score 90 plus. That's my top play of the day. Is High Point team total over 82.5. And I don't play a lot of team totals, but when I see them, I play them. And this is one of them spots. So High Point team total over. That's the first one.
I gotta jump in here. I mean, oh my God, did he pick the perfect spot to be taking High Point? I mean, High Point, everybody and their uncle was on High Point in the game that I think it was played maybe Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. But like, I was on Winthrop. I took Winthrop on the money line in that game, and it came to fruition because everybody and their uncle is very high on High Point, no pun intended. But I think this is a perfect spot to jump off on the bounce back. This High Point team is going to be somebody we're going to be talking about, I think, going into March Madness. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, perfect spot to jump on High Point there, Maddie.
I
Sure.
have anything to add to the bet. But, however, I can tell you guys what I'm going to do. Instead of trying to race and get a banner up of each game that Maddie goes over, I'm going to put what his bet is. I'm not going to look up the juice or anything. You can figure it out. High Point T total over. You see it. As he gives out the next one, I'll add it. I'll make it simple for you guys so you'll just see his bets. But I love it, Maddie. Let's keep rolling.
Great.
The next one I'm going to give out is we're going to go to Stephen F. Austin. They play at New Orleans today. I'm taking New Orleans plus 6.5. It's an absolute banger spot. You got a Stephen F. Austin team that's 14-3 playing against a New Orleans team that's 6-11, and the spread's only 6.5. So right there should tell you all you need to know. But then you look a little bit deeper into that, and this is where I really, really, really like to play is when New Orleans is at home getting 6.5, and they shoot 75.6% from the free throw line compared to Stephen F. Austin's 63.9%. That's a 12% disparity in a close game with the home team catching points. It's New Orleans plus 6.5. If they limit their turnovers, that's where New Orleans gets into trouble. I think they're like one of the top turnover teams in the country. If they can limit the turnovers today, and I think this is going to be, they might win this game straight up. So New Orleans, not too many people know about them, but they're a pretty solid squad. Their record doesn't show up. They play a pretty tough schedule early. I feel like this is New Orleans plus 6.5. This is a great spot for them.
I'm a little hesitant to jump in front of a hot team with Stephen F. Austin. I'm not saying that this is if there's going to be a spot to fade them. I get it is when the team's like way too hot, like boiling hot. But sometimes it makes sense for me to not jump in front of them. I've been on Stephen F. Austin a lot this year, just kind of following them along. However, I think the under is something that we have to. And it may correlate to what Mehdi is saying there with New Orleans ATS, but I think there is some correlation there. Stephen F. Austin, I think, is 7-1 to the under in their last 8 games. I think we could see a low scoring game, and I'm hoping for maybe a little bit of regression here from Stephen F. Austin. We'll see what happens, but I do lean towards the under in that game.
And you're 100% right. Stephen F. Austin 9-1 last 10. New Orleans, I think, lost last 2 or 3, not playing well. Why is the spread 6.5? That I mean, that's what like instantly stood out to me.
I agree with the plus. I think there is going to be regression from Stephen F. Austin. They're running way too hot.
How do you lose a lighter that was just in your hands? I tell you what, no shade at Stephen F. Austin, man, but I'm in Texas, right? So I hear like all the Texas schools. Anytime you meet somebody and they're like, "Oh yeah, I went to Stephen F. Austin," you just know. I mean, you already know. So shout out to you guys, man, that made it down there to Stephen F. Austin. Let's go, Maddie. New Orleans ATS. We got High Point team total over. I'm loving it, man.
I'm loving it, man. I love this.
And then I just got a couple other things that I do that I give out. I'll just give you couple money line spots. These are all 2-team money line parlays. So it's just something I do to get the juice down a little bit. I got Ohio State money line and Northern Kentucky money line. That's at plus 108.
Is this football?
No, basketball.
Oh, okay.
I like that Ohio State game today.
If it was football, that'd be a good parlay too, with North Texas and Ohio State.
Northern Kentucky.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, good.
I got a graphic for the Ohio State one later. We'll go over that one.
So Ohio State, Northern Kentucky, that's at plus 108. San Diego State money line, West Virginia money line. Huge bounce back spot for West Virginia. I mean, this team, probably played the worst basketball game you could probably play their last game. Now they're coming back at home. I think they're going to be motivated. I think they're going to be on that spot. So San Diego State money line, West Virginia money line, that's at plus 119. So there's 2 plus money parlays there. And then the final one I'm going to give you all is Illinois State money line, Colgate money line. That's at minus 138. So you're paying a little bit there, but I like all 3 of them a lot. And that's all I'm going to give out for today on the show. But man, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah, Maddie. I'm getting this. I'm typing it in. I'm retarded, man. Excuse my language. Why am I spelling Colgate wrong?
I love Maddie just like talking about the conferences I love. It's awesome. Stephen F.
Fuck do you spell Colgate, man? Why is that word?
Yeah.
Colgate.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. It's telling me it's wrong. There we go. So there we go, guys. I got it. Obviously, like I said, I'm not putting the juice. You got High Point team total over. You got New Orleans ATS. You got Ohio State plus Northern Kentucky.
I think it was Northern Tech. Was North
No,
Texas?
that's right. It's Northern Kentucky.
I'm on my shit.
They're playing at home. Yep.
San Diego State plus West Virginia, and then you got Illinois State plus Colgate. So you got a couple plus money ones in there, and then you got some right at regular juice, man. Maddie, I love it.
And here's one thing you notice about all those parlays too. Those are all home teams that are a little juicy, that I really like. So those are all home.
There you go.
A lot of those are bounce back spots too. West Virginia's bounce back. San Diego State, they're a big game. I can't wait to watch that game. New Mexico, San Diego State tonight is going to be a banger, guys.
Are they all road bounce backs going back home?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah. Maddie's on the right side.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me. Guns, appreciate you, man. Dad, appreciate you guys. Have a great show. I'll be watching in the chat.
Hell yeah, Maddie. Much love, my dude. Much love. I wish I could run the outro for him as you guys saw the tape. I'll leave this here just for a split second longer. Let you guys, get another sip of your coffee. Maybe find your lighter. Find me a lighter.
Are you going to eat like 13 edibles again?
I don't have those, and I don't remember last Saturday until I literally completely forgot about it until you just said it just now. So,
it was me and Wine Time. It said, I was like, no, we lost Daby.
Right, man. There's our dude Ron Lofton showing up in the chat. Ayo D, Kristen, good to see everybody showing up, man, early and often. Thank you guys. Now, Guns, I always go to I try and go to, I guess, like some of the earlier games.
Mm-hmm.
But really, I say we just go to best bets after we start here. We'll start with one that I am interested in. This is a team that you guys hear me talk about a lot here in Bama. Let me get this banner out of the way for you guys. Number 18, Alabama, traveling to take on the Oklahoma Sooners. And, this has been one of those things with this Alabama team for me. A little bit of a love-hate relationship. They're such a high, and this is just not going back to this year. This is going back the last couple of years. There's such a high-pace offense, Guns, that it's like there's no defense on the floor. So you can have a 10-point lead and you're covering your spread by 4 or 5 points, and then you blink your eyes and 2 possessions they're losing, not just not covering anymore. Alabama did have a good win at Mississippi State, 97-82. And that was a big bounce back spot because they had lost 2 in a row, dropping to Vanderbilt 90-96, and then losing to Texas 88-92. Now, that Texas loss was a pretty big stain, but if you paid attention, Texas turned around and then gave Vanderbilt their very first loss right after beating Alabama. So shout out to Texas, Alabama, Vanderbilt lining them up, getting some big wins for themselves. But then on this flip side here, you got this OU team that is just absolutely, driving off a cliff. They've lost their last 3. 53-72 to Mississippi State. That's a beating right there. 76-83 to A&M, to an A&M team that I don't think is that great this year, even though they keep winning basketball games. Florida, 79-96. So another game that they lost by, almost 30 fucking points right there, or 20 points, excuse me. So they're coming home, Guns. We hop on them, right? This is a spot where OU gets right because they're coming home. It's college basketball. Home court is what matters. Alabama's 18th. The spread's only 4.5 now. Everything lines up for Oklahoma. Okay, I hear it. I get it. Give me Alabama first half, man. Just because they beat Mississippi State doesn't mean that they're going to sit here and be fat and comfortable. Like I said, they dropped those 2 games right before Mississippi State, and they've already got 5 losses on the season. If you're wondering why Alabama is ranked 18th and sitting at 12-5, it's because they've lined up a juggernaut of a schedule so far. 12-5 might not look that good, but if you look at the teams they've lost and played against, man, they've barely taken any breaks. And I do not think Oklahoma is in a spot right here to step up against Nate Oates' Alabama team. So give me the Crimson Tide first half here, ATS. I got 2.5. Guns. What you like?
I think we're ignoring one number, and we're ignoring the total. Look at the total in this game. This thing opened up at 170.5. I'm seeing 176 hit the board right now. That is a humongous basketball total in college basketball, and it makes sense when you actually look at like what the strengths of these two teams. We're dealing with like 2 top 40 offenses. And we're dealing with a Oklahoma defense that is not great. They're 130th in defensive efficiency, and we have an Alabama defense that is ranked 71st in defensive efficiency. These are not 2 strong tournament teams per se, but I think there's going to be a lot of points scored in this one, and that's kind of where the line is jumping to. I don't think there is a line high enough in terms of the total between these two teams. I do believe this is going to be a high scoring game. And if you get it at like 175.5, 176, I think this surpasses the 180 between these two teams. I think we're going to see an offensive scoring affair between these two teams. So give me Alabama, Oklahoma over 175.5, 174, whatever number you get at that. I think this is going to go over the total.
So we got the over here. So I am on Alabama first half. Guns is on the over. I do like that over here. We got a Gun Disciple rolling in the chat. Shout out to
I know. It's my crew. Shout out to the Gun Disciples. I wish I could hit the horn. My fucking soundboard's broken though.
Hey, Ron Lofton said, is Wine Time a dad yet? He is a dad. His baby girl came on Monday. So shout out to Wine Time. That's why he is not with us right now, man. Reach out, show some love, let him know.
Yeah, DM him, tell him congrats, man. I mean, yeah, we like in our group chat, we saw a picture of her daughter. I mean, absolutely healthy, beautiful. It's awesome. It's awesome for Wine Time. First kid.
Absolutely, man. Beautiful baby girl. All right, let's keep rolling here, Guns. I'll let you pick one, and if I don't got a graphic, I can make it. What's a game that you want to do?
I want to talk about the number. Well, used to be may when they change the top 25, this team may drop a bit, but I think this is 2 defenses going against each other. Iowa State versus Cincinnati. We need to talk about that game. We have 2 top 10 defenses going against each other. We have Cincinnati that's ranked 8th in defensive efficiency. We have an Iowa State team that is ranked 4th in defensive efficiency. On the offensive side, though, you need 2 teams to get to an over. However, we have a Cincinnati team that is ranked 208th in the country in offensive efficiency. Also, if you actually look at the home games with Cincinnati, they're 9-1 to the under in their last 10 home games. Second lowest total of the year there when we're dealing with Cincinnati. Also, Cincinnati, when they're a dog, you got to take the under. 5-0 to the under already when Cincinnati is a dog. And, of course, Iowa State is 3-0 to the under on the road. Lowest total by, I think, 11 points with Iowa State road totals. I think everything has been over 150 every time you deal with them on the road. Now you're seeing like a 141.5. I think this is a perfect under take on this one. Give me Iowa State, Cincinnati under 141.5 as the play.
Man, I don't hate that under here. I don't want to take Iowa State on the road 6.5. You know, Cincinnati sitting at 9-8 looks like, you know, shit. I'm just going to be honest. They look like shit, but this is not that bad of a basketball team. They've got a decent defense, like you keep saying, Guns. Yeah. The reason
Iowa State's on a bounce back too.
That's
they got
where I'm going
by Kansas.
Yeah, and they got absolutely just demolished by Kansas. You know, you had thrown out that was going to be a Kansas spot, even though you said that I love Kansas and Peterson. You had said it was a Kansas.
No,
spot.
I was busting your balls a little bit, but like I knew you were doing. It's like, no, you're on the right spot. That was kind of me just like giving you a wink.
Well, you had said it when we broke down the Kansas game before that. You were like, oh, it's the next game that they're going to worry about. And you know, you were right. Iowa State absolutely got slammed by Kansas here. So this is a huge bounce back spot for them off their first loss.
Yep.
And if I'm being honest, 6.5 almost seems like, I know that sounds high, but I almost feel like they're trying to bait me with that. I thought this was going to be 10.5.
I think I want to go with the old Daby rule. I think first half Iowa State is the way to do it.
There you go, on the road too. So if you like Iowa State, take them first half. I'm going to stay off this game, but
it's gonna. I'm telling you, I think the public is going to be on Iowa State for the most part, and that's probably, you know, more often than not, that's not the spot you want to be in, especially college basketball when there's NFL distractions, is to be on the public side. I would say this as like I just said, what 2 seconds ago, and Daby kind of finds these public teams, but take them in the first half. They cover, and then all of a sudden they fall apart in the second half. That's why Daby does it in the first half, because you can watch a good college basketball game, and then first half is virtually positioning, and then
North Carolina versus Stanford. I had North Carolina the other day. First half, they covered first half, then they lost the game.
Also teams that are like double-digit favorites, and I've done this during the week, is like when they're a double-digit favorite and they're down like a ton of points in the first half, take them in the second half, because they're going to get like minus half the spread of whatever the number is, hypothetically. If they're minus 10, I would say that the spread would be minus 5, minus 6 second half if they're getting their dick kicked in. Like, but the good teams cover, man. I mean, in not full game, but they'll find a way to split it. You know what I mean?
I do. Here's another one, Guns. I want to hear what you have to say on this one. I think there might be an absolute slam spot in this game right here. Okay, you got 11-6 Kentucky traveling to take on the 12-5 Tennessee Volunteers. I say it again, man. 11-6 and 12-5 is not what we expect out of these two teams at this point in time in the season. And I will say this too: this is not as pretty of a 12-5 for Tennessee as maybe Alabama's, but they've still, you know, they're in the SEC. They were in conference play now. They lost to Arkansas. They lost to Florida. And they played, you know, some step-up games earlier in the season. Kentucky off back-to-back wins against Mississippi State and LSU. Not only winning at LSU, it was on that last second shot. There was like 1.6 seconds or something like that, and they threw the ball down the court. Dude caught the ball right about the free throw line and hit the last second shot to beat LSU. Good for Kentucky. They're feeling good about themselves. They finally won a couple basketball games. But now I think they're heading into an area here where Tennessee – they're not satisfied with just beating A&M 87-82 in their last game at home. This is a Tennessee team that I actually do expect to be a lot better than they are right here at 24th. Kentucky, I don't. Kentucky doesn't have anybody that can shoot the basketball. You've heard me say it 10 times this year, and I'll say it every single time this team gets brought up. They don't have any shooters on the court. It's a problem. Owe can get to the hole. Owe is a great facilitator. He's a very strong, good player, but he can't shoot the three, and he doesn't have anybody that he can dish the ball to that can shoot the three. And when you can focus down low, especially a Rick Barnes defense for Tennessee, when you don't got to worry about the perimeter, I don't think Kentucky's able to put up more than 65 points in this game. If I'm being completely honest, I would lean towards the under, and I really like Tennessee here. I have not pulled the trigger on them yet, but I think this is a Tennessee smash spot. I want to hear your thoughts, Guns.
Here's what's making me pass on this game, because from a line positioning standpoint, it's a bad spot for both teams. If you look at Kentucky, 0-3 ATS on the road this year. This is the largest dog line that they've had all year on the road. Granted, it's a small sample size, but Tennessee on the other side, every time they're a single-digit favorite, they are so bad at cashing tickets. They're 0-4 straight up in ATS as a single-digit favorite this year. This could be a Kentucky spot. I get it, but Kentucky underperforms as a dog. and you have Tennessee that underperforms as a single-digit favorite. Depending on home way, it doesn't matter. This team does not cover spread. These two teams do not cash tickets. So, with that said, I'm not taking this game. I'm going to the next one. You're muted.
My bad. Our guy Wager Detective saying Kentucky 6-4 last 10 versus Tennessee. Shout out to Wager Detective.
Yeah, but I mean, God damn, the turnover on teams in terms of rosters is egregious at this point. So even taking these ATS matchups, you have to look at how the books adjust the line versus just checking on how these two teams match up against one another. You have to look at that. And most of it has to do with the roster resets every single year with two teams. So, anyways, keep going.
Speaking of roster resets here, I know we got one here coming up that you'll know. As I grab these games, guys, I try and either get ones that I think the panel is going to have best bets in, or the ones that I have best bets in, or just grab the best games on the board, right? I figure you'll have something to say here about your Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on Virginia Tech here. Boy, Virginia Tech's the one that's cursed right now, right? Is it? Let me pull this up. They've lost 3 games in the last so 3 of their last 4 games. They've lost 76-77 versus SMU. It was a buzzer beater. They lost 68-69 to Stanford. Pretty sure it was a buzzer beater. They lost 78-81 to Wake Forest. Pretty sure it was a buzzer beater. Virginia Tech could very easily right now be sitting at 16-2, but instead they're sitting at 13-5 because they cannot seem to finish a game at the end. Yeah. That would be something that I would be very hesitant to taking points with Virginia Tech if I was looking to back them, which I'm not. Let me get that out of the way. I touched on Notre Dame and how I felt about Notre Dame last week with you guns. They need Burton in the game badly. Burton's not in the game. Without him facilitating the ball, it's not a team that I want to bet on, but I'd love to hear your thoughts here.
I did look at this game briefly, and I just thought both teams are kind of running cold. And it's so I mean, yeah, you mentioned Virginia Tech on that one. I think if you look at Notre Dame, they're 1-3 straight up, and I think they're losing by. I don't think they're even covering spreads for the most part. I will say this though. Very rare spot here when you're dealing with Notre Dame on the road. I mean, this is only their 5th road game of the year, true road game, and they are 4-0 ATS when they're on the road, always as a dog. And if you look at the line correlation, I think last year Virginia Tech might have been a dog against Notre Dame. I understand there's a line flip situation if we're looking at line functionality, but I do think that's probably a Notre Dame spot. If Notre Dame just wins on the road, and they're 2-2 straight up, and all as a dog, they do perform well when they go on the road. And this Virginia Tech team, as cold as Notre Dame is, Virginia Tech is colder. And I think this is going to be a good spot to go take the dog. So give me the plus. I think it's what do you get? +6.5, +5, 5.5, or something like that. If I'm going to be playing this game, I'm going to be taking the dog. Give me Notre Dame.
Hell yeah. Here we go. I just saw this one was actually earlier than I thought it was. I would usually think this one would be later because UCLA, but it's not. It's at noon because Ohio State, and this is, not on the West Coast. It's on the East Coast. So UCLA traveling to take on Ohio State here. I think this is actually moved to 4.5. Our graphic says 3.5. I think Ohio State's taken some steam, but you guys in the chat can check me on that. This is an Ohio State team that I've dabbled around betting ever since they've had Thornton. So, I mean, I guess they've had him for 4 years, but the last 3 years, I've dabbled around betting at the right time with Thornton because, Bruce Thornton, their guard for Ohio State, averaging 20.5 points per game. Last year, 17.7. Year before that, 15.6. He's a great guard. He's a very good guard in college basketball, consistent. He's somebody that I trust. Ohio State just has a problem finishing games. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's a note that I've got on Ohio State. You go look at the Nebraska game where it had a really fishy line for Ohio State in the first place. And a lot of the quote unquote sharps jumped on Ohio State just because they were favored against Nebraska, who was undefeated. And they were winning the entire basketball game until the end when they just fell apart. And I'm telling you right now, I have seen this Ohio State do this time and time again where they've got a 10-point lead going into the last 7 or 8 minutes of the basketball game, and then they don't score. They don't score for 6 minutes, and before you know it, they're down by 4. I like Ohio State here, but with everything I just said, I can't back them full game. I might get on Ohio State first half. I just have not pulled the trigger yet. Guns, what's your thoughts?
I'm just shout out to the chat. Helena Russo says big guns, not the little one. I don't know what you're talking about. This is a family show. But we'll talk about this game. Listen, everybody perplexed on the side. Can we look at totals sometimes, guys? Sometimes if you don't see an angle on the side, it doesn't mean throw the game away. Let's look at the total on this one. Two teams that basically are under teams. If you look at the road games with UCLA, they're what? They're 1-3 ATS and 1-3, 3-1 to the under. And this is the lowest, second lowest total of the year on the road for UCLA. And Ohio State, same situation. They're an under team. If you go look, everything in the last 6 games with Ohio State has been over 50 points. That's what the total is set at. And guess what? They're 5-1 to the under in those situations. And guess what the books did? They made this below 50 for Ohio State at home. I'm telling you, this is going to be an under all day long. I don't care what the side is going to be on this one. It could be a battle. And we could, like college football, is there that traveling-esque lag when you're dealing with college basketball? I think that's going to come to fruition when we watch this Big Ten. We actually just watched the Big Ten for the rest of the year. Something to take note of. But I think in this game, the books are saying under. So give me the under there, UCLA, Ohio State. You muted. You muted.
It looked good, though, right? Shout out to our guy Eli Morris in the chat, man. He said, asked if we like anything in the Louisville game. We got our guy Kong's Clips coming on, the Louisville fan, native, hometown native.
He's the expert.
He'll be bringing you best bets. He has been saying as long as Brown's out for Louisville, you stay away from Louisville or you fade them. And as far as I know, Brown is still out. So that might be your answer right there, but we'll definitely get it to you, Eli. Thanks for joining us, man, over there on X. Anybody that is on X, man, jump over to YouTube and hit the subscribe button at Pub Sports Radio. We'd love to have you in here with us. But thanks for supporting. Let's keep this thing rolling, man. Tell you what, I know this is a later game, but I want to go. We're going to jump back and forth. Who cares what time the game is? We're getting to our bets, right? This is a later game, one of the probably the best late game here. Number 11 BYU traveling to take on the Texas Tech Red Raiders and JT Toppin. I say JT Toppin because he is the team, man. If you've been following my bets this year, I've been on JT Toppin's point prop quite a bit, and it just doesn't seem like they can set it high enough. If they put it at 20.5, he puts up 24. If they put it at 22.5, he still puts up 24. So shout out to JT Toppin for being a cash cow for me this year. But this is not a spot where I'm going to be on JT Toppin because I can tell you what, BYU loves to play underneath the basket, just like Texas Tech does. This is going to be, I think this total's too high, Guns. You tell me to look at totals today. I keep hearing it. Knee-jerk reaction on 159.5 is, that's just too many points for these two teams. But all that being said, I took Texas Tech at 2.5 at home. Maybe it's a little bit of trap. Maybe it's bait. But this is a very good BYU team. I mean, just look at what they've done this season. They've already put up some good wins. And even when they do play, I guess you could say, lesser competition, look at their margin of victory, right? This BYU team is putting up some serious numbers, serious points too, which is another reason why I might stay away from that under. But I think Texas Tech at home right here is a lockdown spot. I think JT Toppin does what he's been doing. And Anderson, I got to touch on Christian Anderson for Texas Tech because he is really the key player for Tech. Toppin is their best player. Anderson is their key player because when Anderson is not hitting his shots from the perimeter, last game against Utah, 6 for 11, outstanding, right? But when he's not hitting his shots from the perimeter, it makes it very tough for this Texas Tech team to score points because it's JT Toppin down low and nothing else. But when Anderson's hitting his shots, this team could be a top 4 team in the country. So it comes down to Anderson. And because of that, I would consider looking at Anderson's 3 prop, but I'll just stay with the Red Raiders. -2.5 at home. Guns, what's your thoughts?
I mean, the 15th ranked team in the country is a favorite over the 11th ranked team of the country, and as we're talking about this, I forget this is not college football. I mean, this is like the Big 12 championship in college football. If we're actually looking at this, but we're talking about basketball in this one, and I know everybody and their uncle is high on BYU. I mean, they had the top recruit in the country. Go over to them. I mean, I think $8 million might have been spent on this kid, and it's come to fruition. They're a top. Well, I mean, they're sitting at number 11, but I consider them a top 10 team. A second time this year for BYU that they're a dog. And the first one was against UConn back in November, early season. They did cover that spread at +6, but we're dealing with conference play on this one. If you look at the conference numbers that BYU's getting, heavy favorites, always double-digit favorites in these situations. I think the only time they were not a double-digit favorite was against Kansas State when it was -7.5. Kansas State, a better team, but everybody else, they're double-digit favorite. All of a sudden, you just go, whoop, let's flip the line and make them a dog against Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech's going to get it done at home. I think when you do college basketball, especially around January, February, when we start to get into conference play, home teams tend to win. And the road teams do have a setback. And then when you see the line flip, if they have to go back-to-back somewhere later in the season, granted, a lot of teams play twice. That's why we take advantage of them. But in this situation, I think Texas Tech gets it done. They probably win by margin in this one. So give me Texas Tech.
Everybody asked me, Guns, like, oh, how do you decide first half full game? Like, some people think like I just pull it out of my ass.
It's line strength to the like. All right, say hypothetically, let's look at a line. So say if it's -5 on a line. If that line in the first half isn't -3.5, then don't take it. Because if it's -2.5, it means the books are on a coin flip. They don't know where the first half's going to go. However, if there's strength to a first half team, it should be strength to the full game line. So we're looking at 60% of the line should be in the first half to take it. That's the just a quick barometer, as they say, if you're doing capping.
Hey, man, shout out to our guy, Rod. This is not a shot at anybody, but, right when I first got into this capping and giving my bets out publicly, Guns, I was real quick to realize, who the real fucking people were and who weren't. Rod's one of the real ones, man. Guns, you're one of the real ones. And the way you could tell is because the people who actually create content for other channels, who are very good at capping, who gamble, but still show up, it's because, they love the fucking game. Like my dude, Rod, right there in the chat. So shout out to you, Rod. Right from the jump, I knew you were one of the real ones in the chat, man. Good to see you in here. He said, bet the over. The total in BYU games when they allow 81 points or more in the game, the over record since 2025 is 15-0.
Yeah. Sometimes
he gave us another one.
Yep.
Bet the over. The total in Texas Tech games when they allow 81 more points or more in the game, the over record since 2024, 20-2. So shout out to that, Rod. Good to see you. I see our guy Troy in the chat, man. Touchdown Troy up.
Yeah, shout out Rod.
50 units in NFL, man, killing it. Let's keep rolling, Guns. So I am on tech here. Let's go to another big game right here. Vanderbilt finally coming off taking their first loss. Florida started this season after winning the national championship last year, losing basketball games. How much do we hold that against them, though, is my question, Guns, because they were trying to replace basically everyone. Whether you're talking about Walter Clayton or Richard or Richards, I can't ever remember. But we went over this last time, right? They're three guards. Florida was led by three very talented guards last year. They were able to move the ball very well.
Scoring too.
Yeah, and exactly. And they were a different team when they came on the court this year. Not a bad team, but a very different team. Not as capable of shooting the three as they were last year. And they needed some time to mold or to mend, I guess you can say. If Vanderbilt didn't fucking lose to Texas, I would slam Florida right now. Because Vanderbilt lost that game to Texas, this game terrifies the hell out of me. I'm not going to lie. But we're looking at a Florida team right here, guys, at 12-5, climbing up to that 19th rank. The last loss they took was a 2-point loss against Missouri at Missouri, and they could have won that basketball game. They should have won that basketball game. I think Florida's the better basketball team here. Don't let the records or the ranks fool you. There's a reason why Vanderbilt's basically at a pick 'em at home. I do think Florida is the side here. I'm not betting it simply because Vanderbilt's coming off their first loss, and that's a scary thing to get in front of. Thoughts, Guns?
I'm glad you're not betting it because I am, and I'm taking Vanderbilt.
Okay,
like
there we go.
You actually look at the situation on this one. I mean, like both teams are top 20 in offensive and defensive efficiency. You have Florida that's 19th in offensive efficiency. You have them in 9th in defensive efficiency. You have Vandy that is 10th in offensive efficiency, 14th in defensive efficiency. Vandy undefeated at home, 2-0 straight up in conference play too. So let's just look at this from a win, not a spread type of situation here. Vandy also coming off a loss. They got their dick kicked in by Texas. So there is a bounce back factor. That was on the road, by the way. And now they get back home and they go hit a Florida team that, by the way, beat Vanderbilt as a 10-point favorite last year. And now you're seeing the line flip and making Vandy just a small favorite. That is like a 11 or 12-point line swing from year one, year two. Granted, I think Daby kind of gave like the why is, they lost a lot of their key offensive weapons and defense for that matter from that team that won the national championship. I know Florida is 3-0 straight up in ATS in their last 3 games. I get that, but they're 1-2 straight up on the road. They're not a good road team. They're better at home. And we've seen it come to fruition. We're just picking a winner here. You can get Vandy right now at minus 130 on a lot of bucks, maybe minus 120. So I'm going to take Vandy here on the money line.
I love that we got action in it, man. Vandy on the money line. I will definitely just respect your bet and stay away here. Hey, shout out to our guy Gorky, man. Even though he gets on here on stage with us, he still does everything he can to support. Dropping that membership right there. Guys, the members make the channel. I say it all the time, but we got one person, Jeff Slaughter. He runs the channel. It's just basic. That's it. It's just him. So every membership, every donation, it means the world, and it helps keep us up here. So thank you, guys. And, things like last weekend, for anybody that was in here, we got like tons of memberships and tons of donations. That makes it so special. So thank you guys, man, for, just supporting any way you can. But let's keep going. Vandy on the money line for our guy Guns. Here, I brought this team up earlier. I've got a couple more bets, Guns, and I just threw graphics up. But I love college basketball. If you can't tell, it's probably
so do I.
Dude, I fucking love it, man.
I love college sports altogether. I wish I could get into college baseball. I need to start doing that.
I was just thinking that yesterday. It's so wild you said that. I was literally sitting there watching a video about a fucking team, and I was like, all right, damn it. If you're going to start watching videos.
Especially I would think as far as like knowledge and understanding of like team to team, like analytics, like you are built for college baseball. Like, why wouldn't you do it?
I appreciate that. Because I know it's probably different than MLB, but I love college basketball, man. It is my most profitable thing. And it's
I played basketball, so I understand like 2-3 zone. I like it's my language, but like for you, that's what I mean. It's like if it's your sport, you should be able to kind of like have a good understanding and know how to cap it. Like team sports, like NBA doesn't make any sense to me because I think it's more like one-on-one type of stuff, but like college basketball like really tickles like that analytic side of me. Anyways, right.
This game right here, Guns, number 14th ranked North Carolina traveling to take on California here. 14-3 North Carolina, I should say. And I think that North Carolina was a bit underrated to start the season because Caleb Wilson is one of the best players in college basketball. There's no arguing that. I think Peterson's better. I think there's a couple players that might be better than him, but he's definitely a top 5 player in the league this year or in college this year. Now sitting at 14th, this is about where I'd put Carolina. I think that we're starting to get the books are starting to get where they should be. I think 6.5 is probably the right line in this game. It has moved from 5.5 to 6.5 for those wondering. And when I say right line, that means that I probably think Cal's the side here, honestly, at home. But look at how fucking bad this basketball team has been when they've lost games, man. Like, it's one thing to lose a game by 3 points to Virginia Tech. Shout out to you. That's a good game. But, Duke, they were never competitive in the game. Virginia, at no point in that basketball game were they in it. Louisville, who is right now injured without Brown on the court and has been a fade, they lost to Louisville by 20 points. North Carolina first half is what my brain is saying here. I have not bet this one, but I would probably take the Tar Heels in the first half. What are you looking at, Guns?
The total. We gotta look at the total. We really do. I mean, of course, if anybody think there's travel lag with UNC, don't, because they've been in California for probably a week right now because they had to play Stanford earlier this week. So this is the second leg of their West Coast trip, and Duke's going through the same thing. So if you're looking at these weird travel lag spots and taking totals and fading some of these teams, they've been there for a minute. They're acclimated during the week. So look at that from perspective. But that's why I'm saying look at the total. We're having I'm seeing 150.5 on the board right now. And looking at how the two teams perform, I over team for Cal, at least 2 out of the last 3. All of them in the 150 range, and then we got to look at the UNC side. We're seeing overs in the last 3 dealing with UNC, and we have a high total. This is like that high perfect total when you look at North Carolina. This is over. What I'm going to say all day long. This team, there's no jet lag with UNC. They've been there for a while, and I think the defenses will take a step back against with California and UNC. So I think over is a look on this one. If you can get 150.5, that's probably the look I would do in this one. Muted.
I just wanted to hear you say muted. I'm trolling you guys. You guys think that it's me, but I'm trolling you. So y'all just didn't know. Our guy Chang Kim said, hey, Guns and Cab. What's your best? I'm just kidding. What's your best bet? I'm gonna drop 200 on it. Bless me up. He wants our best bet. You want to go prop or you want a side, Chang? Let me know.
I'm gonna go. God, this thing just stares at me and hits me right in the forehead. Iowa State, Cincinnati under 141.5 is my best bet. I like that's gonna be low scoring. It has 2:00 on the East Coast, so go you have time to go put that bet in. But that's my favorite play is Iowa State, Cincinnati under 2 good defenses, top 10 defenses. So,
all right, Iowa State, Cincinnati under. I'm gonna go with. I was gonna say Tech, but I'm not going with Tech if I have to pick a best bet. Let's do. Man, it ain't pretty at all.
You like Matty Ice and do some weird shit like Stephen F. Austin fade or something. I don't know.
Well, I would never give him something that my own money is not actually on. So, and I definitely didn't bet Stephen F. Austin. I can't lie to you guys.
I love that. So much money.
As ugly as it is, man, I'm gonna give you and we're gonna get it out of the way early, man. Alabama first half -2.5, -115. Just I know a first half bet might not be what you were wanting, but you asked me to pick my favorite. So that's what you're getting. Alabama.
No, it doesn't matter if it's you can say first quarter or something like that. Like, granted, there's no quarters in college basketball, but you can do the same thing with college football. It's money. So you're giving the people the money. It's sometimes we have to go dig in the weeds. And guaranteed, when I do the NFL show live on Jay Cavalier channel at 12 p.m. With Coach, I'm going to get weird. I'm going to do some quarter shit.
You're doing it with Coach? Coach that I know, Coach?
Coach Rick. He's out of Michigan.
Oh, okay.
But that's sometimes you have to this is how you find the money. It's you dig in the weeds and you do what the public or any John Q public guy would do. It's you have to get to the cash. So we find a way.
I tell you what, I'm going to go to another one that I'm actually interested to talk about here because this is a team that I loved betting on for a while, man. You know, when they had the oh shit, why did I just blank on his name? The guards, man, when Miami had those guards.
Carson Beck. What? Oh.
No, I'm not talking about Sid the Sloth. I'm talking about the basketball team. Speaking of, we should probably give our thoughts on the national championship game. I shipped all the way to basketball for the show, guys. That's on me. But this is a Miami team that I loved betting on a few years back, and then we all saw what happened last year. Just jumped off a cliff. Didn't have anybody on the team, but now back this year, 15-2. If you're wondering why this is a 15-2 team that's unranked, it's because they had such a cake schedule to start this season. Miami knew that they were, off a down year, and they scheduled themselves some absolute cupcakes. I mean, they were walking through fucking Candyland to start the season. That being said, now that conference has started, sometimes those cupcakes have a purpose. They get you ready to play the bigger games. Pittsburgh, Wake Forest, Georgia Tech, Notre Dame, not the world beaters of college basketball by any means. But when you're just running the table in conference, it's a good look. I mean, they're winning their basketball games. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Going against a Clemson team here that I don't know why I always try and find a way to fade Clemson. Sitting at 15-3, you're going to see a lot of turnover with this Clemson team too. Hunter is still on their team. Dylan Hunter from last year, but he's not really an X factor at all. I thought he would play a bit of a step-up role here. He is getting 28 minutes per game, but only averaging 8.9 points. So Hunter's not really been a huge factor. For the most part across the board on this Clemson team, you're looking at either younger players or transfers like Godfrey, who came in from Georgia. He's their leading scorer. I don't think Clemson is that good. I think Miami is figuring it out. Go ahead and give me Miami first half plus 2.5 here, Guns. What's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I passed on this game because I think the line from last year was basically identical. I believe Clemson was a home team against Miami. Granted, Miami was kind of a weaker team last year, but the line was still correlated to the same line as last year, which I thought was kind of perplexing to me. I like situationally from both sides, not great as far as like buying stock into one side or the other. So I stayed away from this game like completely because to me the line just looked like a heads or tails type of line. So like I'll stay away. And I think the first half look for Miami has validity, but like I'm not going to jump on this one for sure. Muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
Then don't shake your head and make me think that you're responding to it.
I said muted. Did you hear me?
I just want somebody else in the chat to see it. Anyways, I was answering Stacks, man. He asked about the coach. I was thinking Marley and Betts. Marley and Coach, brothers and Betts. Those are my dudes, man. They come to Pubapalooza every year, and we always go out.
Oh, different coach, Coach Rick.
Gotcha.
For Wildwood. Gotcha. He's out in Michigan. Shout out to him. Very smart.
And I guess the reason I thought of it is because
loves college sports.
Well, I was thinking the coach I'm talking about, the same one, man. He bets massive on college basketball. He's fun. He's fun to gamble with, fun to hang out with. So shout out to my
coach is a good college basketball. I think he's like 65% for the year. Coach Rick on basketball. He knows his shit.
So I got the full game with Tech, but you've heard me with the Alabama first half. You've heard me with the Miami first half. I do have one other game where I went first half, and I know it's the biggest cheese game on the board. All right. There's always one, Guns. There's always one game that I look at and I say, I know what everybody's going to bet that I respect. I know what the quote unquote sharps are going to be on, and I don't care. I like the other side. There's several games throughout the day that I look at and I say, yeah, I got to stay away from that. That's the trap. But it's like I feel like I can cherry pick. I don't know if it's a good thing. I've just had success doing it. Well, this is where I want to cherry pick, man. And I'm not doing it full game. I don't need full game. I want the half a point in the first half with the better basketball team. That's it. Full game, you can have your home court advantage. You can have your, March right here in January, whatever you want to call it, your crazy conference basketball stuff. But early on, I like Arkansas. I took Arkansas first half plus a half. What are you laughing at?
No, this is a like Daby 101 type of play. It's never a full game, but he does it in the first half, which is I'm not saying it's the wrong angle, but I love how you play these games because I'm telling you, Arkansas is going to be extremely public today, 100%. But you're doing first half shit, so that's fine.
I know. So that's what I started with. I don't know if you heard me. I know. Like when I look at the game, I know that this is going to be the one that it doesn't get much squarer than taking Arkansas in this situation.
Yeah.
But I really think Arkansas is one of the better teams in college basketball this year. I think they're better than their rank sitting at 17. A Cup Junior, the guard, leading the way. We went back and forth with Gorky last week. Shout out to Gorky, where he was saying Trayvon Brazil was their best player, and I said it was a Cuff. Either way, the fact that you can have a conversation about who their best player is shows that they've got multiple players on the court that are absolute ballers. Georgia, in my opinion, is playing above their means right now. They lost, by 2 points at home to Ole Miss, so maybe you can look at them saying that they're on a revenge spot here. But if I ranked these SEC teams, and we're talking about an SEC that's down this year, right? The SEC, Kentucky's not very good. A&M and Texas, even though they finally started winning games, they're not very good. Oklahoma's not very good. There's a lot of teams in the SEC that are not very good this year. Georgia's one of those teams. I don't care. I don't care that they're ranked. I don't give a shit that they're 14-3. I don't think Georgia's a great basketball team. I think they're a middle of the road basketball team. I think Arkansas is a top tier basketball team. This is an Arkansas first half spot all the way. You can have your Georgia full game if you want, if you're out there in the chat, but don't do it first half. What do you got, Guns?
Georgia on a bounce back. I mean,
Nah.
They lost to Ole Miss in overtime, 97-95. All right, so maybe I don't take the side. Maybe I'll look at that total. You see that total at 181? I just look at that. I'm like, God damn it, there's going to be 1,000 points going to be scored in this game. And if you actually look at like the totals for the year for those teams, I think this might be the highest total that we've seen on both sides. It doesn't matter if it's road home or whatever. So what are the books telling you? They're telling you it's over. I think there's going to be a lot of points going to be scored in this one. Who's going to come with the win? I would probably lean towards the home team with Georgia versus Arkansas for the full game, but I would think there's going to be a lot of points on this one. So if I'm going to be taking the side, I'm not going to be taking the side. I'm going to be taking the total. Give me the over. Arkansas.
All right. We got the over. Well, it's about that time. So I know our guy in the chat asked about Louisville. It's about that time we got our guy who knows all about Louisville. Once again, Guns, I got to switch the graphics so it might move us around, but it's better to have the intro for this than to not have it. So let me find it. Without further ado, actually, with a little bit more further ado. Ado. Where the fuck is this graphic, man? I need a producer. There it is. We got our guy coming up, man. Kong's Clips. Let's go. Best bets from Kong's Clips. Let's go.
Yo, happy Saturday. Kong's Clips in the building. Coming with some heat, man. National championship right around the corner. This season has been my mistress. And I have tore this season apart. We're going to do it again in the national championship game. But first, questions were asked about my Louisville Cardinals. I am on the fade train with this Louisville team until star point guard Michael Brown Jr. does return. They're just not the same team. He is the straw that stirs the drink for this team. He makes all of his teammates better around him when he's on the court. And without him, they look lethargic. You got players fouling out at the end of the game. They're not putting up great shots. They're not creating their own shots. So I'm fading my Louisville Cardinals again here today with Pittsburgh plus 7.5 at minus 118. I have hit 5 of these straight, 5 straight games fading Louisville without Michael Brown Jr. I'm glad I came to my senses early because it's been profitable, and I believe it's going to continue to be profitable until he does return. So give me the Pittsburgh Panthers, man, plus 7.5 at home. I think they cover. I think they have a shot to win the game outright. But I'm on Pittsburgh. Give me the points. Off to the Natty, the national championship of college football. You know where I'm at, man. Been preaching it all week. Indiana, I'm laying the points. I got the -7.5 at -102 when the line dropped. Dropped 10 units on it. It is what it is. Last college football game of the year, I'm taking my shot. And I believe Indiana blows them out, man. I think it's a 20-point game. I have bet it as such and plan on getting paid. A couple other bets I do have in this game. Carson Beck under a half a rush yard at -118. Carson Beck's been under this number in 10 games this season. And I just don't see see him having positive rush yards in this game. The Indiana defensive front should get home. And if they don't get home, I'm still not too worried about it. He's not a running quarterback. But if we happen to get a sack or two in this game, I think it's going to kill his rush yards, and I think he's going to end the game with negative rush yards. So give me Carson Beck under a half a rush yard at -118. Indiana team total in the first half. I got this earlier in the week at 13.5 at a beautiful -110 spot. That number's gone, guys. The 13.5 right now is sitting at -165. 14.5 is at +136. I do endorse the 14.5. I don't like it as much as the 13.5, obviously. But if that's the only number I had available, I would play it. Hopefully you guys seen when I dropped this in the chat the other day on Jimmy's show and hopped on the Indiana first half team total over 13.5 at -110. Fernando Heis Mendoza, 2+ passing touchdowns in the Indiana money line, -122. Another bet I've placed on this game for another unit. Mendoza's going to get you 2 touchdowns. Indiana's going to win you the game. Just another creative way to make some money on this game. Fernando Mendoza, 3+ passing touchdowns. Try to get some plus money going in this game. +205. He's the only quarterback this season with 3 games of 5+ passing touchdowns. We know what he can do through the air. Throughout these playoffs, he's had more touchdown passes than incompletions, and I think it's a lot of the same here against Miami. I think they come out, put up points. I think they jump on this Miami team early. One thing I haven't looked at yet is the first half. I don't know how I haven't got to the first half in this game, but I'm probably going to be on Indiana first half minus whatever the points are. Still got a lot more to do with this game. I'm going to look at some receiving props and potentially some touchdown props. Stay tuned, man. Medicate Monday. I'll probably be dropping some more action. Appreciate you guys for having me. Let's finish out the college football season strong. It always has been and always will be the Indiana Hoosiers season. Kong, I'm out.
Let's go, Kong, man. You know, I can't do the exit outro. Sorry. It messes up when I'm trying to produce. I got the intro at least. Shout out to Kong, man, dominating the season. Got the red background for the Indiana Hoosiers. Got the red on the shirt. I know they paid for that background for him too. So shout out to the Indiana Hoosiers here, man. And even though we're all about the hoops now, this is the tailgate still until college basketball is over. So, nice little thought there. Guns, maybe we hit that at the end. We got a couple more games, just a couple that I wanted to touch on, man. And then we'll review our best bets. We got our guy Gorky that's going to bring you guys best bets to end the show as always. And if you have any questions in the chat or any games that we missed, drop it. We can hit on those. But thank you to everybody that showed up, man. Share the video, get it out there as we finish this up before we wrap up and give best bets out. Let's see if we can do 150 live today. I'll do a giveaway, man. That's all we got to do is 150, and I'll pick somebody to win a giveaway. But let's keep moving here. A&M Texas, man. I keep alluding to the fact that these two teams aren't great this year. However, my Texas A&M Aggies are sitting at 13-4, and if it wasn't for a last-second loss in the last game, they'd be undefeated in conference, as weird as that is to say. Even though the loss was 82-87 against Tennessee, it was in a double overtime. They should have had the ball with the last shot in regulation. It is what it is, man. They lost their first game, and now they're traveling to take on Texas, who is also riding the highs of highs right now as they gave Vanderbilt their first loss and did it in impressive fashion, 80-64, an absolute beatdown. And that was following a win on the road against Alabama. You know, you say you got back-to-back wins against Alabama or Vanderbilt. Sounds great. But you throw in the fact that they, traveled to Tuscaloosa to beat this Alabama team. Big wins for Texas. Big basketball game here. I can't tell you what I think as a side. I'm not even going to say maybe. I don't have a lean as a side. I've got a prop for you guys. And I'm going to teach you guys a basketball player if you haven't watched either of these teams, okay? He is known as the Spanish sniper, Ruben Dominguez. You know who I'm talking about, Guns?
Yeah, I do.
You've seen him? I mean, he hit. I think he broke.
I like the nickname, though. So
yeah. Well, he legitimately, literally, it's fucking, when he starts shooting guys, it's fucking bombs away. It's so much fun to watch. So Ruben Dominguez, the Spanish sniper.
Ruben.
This number can't be right. I have to go in and bet this, and I'm going to do it after the show. This is the only bet that I haven't put in yet. So I don't know what my book is offering, but I'm showing on my page that has multiple books that it's over 2.5 at plus 115 to plus 125. That is a wild number. And if that's actually the number or anything close to that, you fucking slam it. And Chang, if you're still in the chat, fuck what I said earlier. Take this as the $200 best bet. Take the Spanish sniper over 2.5 threes. If you look at his last, let's just go 4 games, 4 for 11, 4 for 9, 4 for 7, 4 for 9. 2 games before that, 3 for 7, 3 for 4. He's got a 7 for 12 game back there against FSU. He's got a 4 for 8 game against Pitt. Yeah, he's missed the number a few times, but more often than not, he's going to get you 3. Let's go. What's your thoughts here, Guns?
I like Rod's take on this one. Bet the over in Texas games, 81 points or more in a game. The over is 20-3, and he's going right into my take. As like, let's not talk about the spread. Let's talk about the total. We're seeing 166 or 166.5. If you actually look at the road overs here for Texas A&M, they're 3-1 to the over on the road this year, and all of them are in that 150 to 160 range. The only under that hit on the road was against Oklahoma State. That was 174.5. So we're seeing a lower line here. But with Texas, they're on a little bit of an over streak as well, and they're coming off an under against Vanderbilt. You mentioned that Vanderbilt win 80-64. That did go under, but they were on a 4-game over streak going into that game, and we saw 164. It was actually a drop in the line from what they're used to as far as totals go, but I do believe this is going to be an over on this one. Texas A&M and Texas over is the way I'd play this one.
If you needed a side or a total from me, I'd go over as well. And that only helps my Dominguez prop here. But I'm gonna say it again, guys. I don't care if that shit is minus 125 or plus 125. Actually, when Gorky's giving out his best bets,
I just want to make sure that like I'm actually officially betting this one. Like this is the perfect over that I would take in a lot of these situations. So I'm gonna do what I would call the personal VIP for the GONCPICcast. We're gonna take the over Texas A&M and Texas.
There you go. A personal VIP right here from our guy Guns. I tell you what, if you're going to take that over with Guns, go ahead and throw Dominguez in there over 2.5 threes and get you some plus money.
Do that too. I mean, it correlates, right? So,
hey, I might have to do that. As a matter of fact, I might put a little on that parlay as well because we're smashing that one right there, man. Dominguez over 2.5 threes over Texas A&M, Texas. And let me see here. Oh man, good news. We got 2 people ready to bring you guys best bets now. And I can't lie, man. This guy that's about to come on with us, we need to get him an intro for this show. But I've absolutely loved having him here the past 2 weeks to talk college basketball. You could just tell when somebody knows their shit. And our guy right here knows his shit. So let's get him up here, man. Billy the Kid. I got an intro on the Medicate Monday. Here, you want to see the intro? Fuck it. Who cares what it does? We got cool-ass intros from the sesh if you haven't seen them. Check this out, Guns. Hold up.
Let's do it.
Let's get him up here, man. Billy the Kid.
Regulators!
But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
You didn't mention kneecap.
Hell yeah. What up, Billy? I'm about to switch it back. It might kick you off the screen. It keeps doing that. I just wanted to use your intro. Hold on. Yeah, it did it. See, it ain't me, Guns. It ain't me, Guns. I told you.
Producer Daby stinks.
The producers loaded them in the wrong thing because Jose's in Vegas, probably fucking. Never mind. Shout out to Jose, man. Appreciate you guys. What up, Billy?
Man, degeneracy. I don't know if you guys peeped in Discord, but had a bet on a 16-year-old French kid in fucking tennis, and he smacked the dude. So we're feeling good. We're rolling. If we're hitting fucking 9 a.m. tennis plays, shit. What's some college basketball? As long as they don't rig the game, right?
Hey,
Bet
that's
the
what
kid.
I love to hear, man. 16-year-old tennis kid. Hey, but overseas, they're like fucking. They're already playing professional basketball at 16. They're like that. They're drinking when they're like 9. Like, I'm just kidding. But man, glad to have you back up here. Should I switch this graphic? Guns and I think we're kind of wrapping up. So any game you want to go to, man, I'd love to hear your takes or thoughts on it.
I would not bet. I wouldn't bet. I don't like betting Texas at minus. I don't know what it is, but Texas, every time I bet in the last year and a half, every time I bet on them at minus money, it never goes the way that I think it will go. Does Texas cover the spread? Yeah, but there will be a point that they're going to be losing in this game, like either in the first half or the beginning of the second half, and you probably be able to get in live. Like, I don't. You want to be betting no Texas at minus 5.5 or have them as your anchor of your parlay or something like that. If you need like a parlay filler of like 7 to 8 legs or something like that, and Texas was in there, I wouldn't tell you you're wrong, but I wouldn't make this like my marquee point of
What?
that.
He said 7 to 8. Like, hey, I tell you what the bet is. It's
We'll do that shit.
It's the over with Guns, and it's the.
I want to Ian in the chat asked like what the number I got on that Texas. It's 165.5. I think you can find that in a couple books. I know we're seeing 166 on the graphic right now, or 166.5. I think you can get 165.5 right now on the over A&M Texas.
I see my guy Saturated in the chat, man. Shout out to you. Let me pull it up here. He asked if we covered the Illinois game. We did not, and I don't have a graphic in there, but I do want to give you my thoughts
I
on
hated that game so much.
I want to give you my thoughts on your Illinois team, though, man. Saturated.
That's too many points, bro. 15.5. I get Minnesota's ass, but like they have decent players. Like what's that one kid that played at Belmont? He played at Belmont, then he went to North Carolina, didn't do shit last year at North Carolina, and now he's like Minnesota's best player. Let me look. Tyson's good, man. Tyson can hoop. He can get to a bucket.
Where the fuck can I not find this game?
It's tough, man. They could. It's such a high spread. I get aggressive line to Illinois, but I don't know.
I don't know why I can't find the game. I was going to say, though, man, Illinois is one of the top 5 teams in college basketball, in my opinion, this year.
They're up there. I'd say I wouldn't say 5's aggressive. I would say probably 10, 15.
Top 5.
They're pretty fucking deep.
They're good. They're deep, but like, I want to see them with a little bit of competition. Give me.
I don't blame you, Guns. This feels like deja vu of last year when they had the Jazavuzis kid or whatever that was supposed to be like a lottery pick, and it was like, oh, the shit looks good until shit hits the fan. And they play a real fucking team. And they lose.
High spread Illinois. They're supposed to do what. I mean, if they're that good, they'll cover this spread. But I have to.
Minnesota is a dog, man. Remember when Purdue was coming off of those couple of losses going into conference play, and they played Minnesota? Everybody and their moms was backing Purdue in that spot, and Minnesota backdoor covered. I could definitely see that happening. Like where every time you get big spreads on Minnesota, they usually backdoor cover.
Yeah. So that's why I'm staying away. I hate Minnesota, but I know what they do. So I'm staying away.
Guns, I'm looking at these graphics, man. I'm proud of us. I sent in 16 graphics. There's only 2 left in there that we haven't – 3. There's only 3 left that we haven't talked about. Of course, I sent this one in for you, man. I could not. I don't have any bet in this. I wouldn't be betting.
I'll say this, though. Like, if you want to fade Duke, because they're traveling to the West Coast, they've already been there for over a week. It's the same thing with UNC. It's the same type of a cap situation. Duke coming off that win versus California, and now they're going to go and face Stanford. Don't step in front of this Duke team. They may cover a spread. They may not.
They're not covering lately, are they?
But I will guarantee in a lot of these cases where you think it's a good time to fade Duke, they will win the game. It's just by how many points. So maybe putting Duke
100%
money line with 1 or 2 other legs to get it to either minus 110 or plus money. That's a team to take. And I'd probably say the same thing with UNC. Like Duke, UNC, maybe a little bit of a parlay on the money line, and we'll see what happens. Like these late night degenerate West Coast type of game. I like this game's at 6, I think, or like evening, right? So
my favorite games on the slate tonight are all the late night games, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've few spots noon, very small, 2 o'clocks, good spot, a couple good total spots. But yes, as far as sides go, I would say the late games are more side heavy. I would say, especially for my card.
I got 5.
Like there's a lot of good ass games tonight. Like there's a lot of action. We got NFL playoffs, fucking Australian Open, NBA, and I'm saying there's some good ass college basketball spots tonight at 8 o'clock on.
Conversation, college basketball show.
I'll move off of this one then. I do want to hear your thoughts on one of the late night ones, Billy, and then whatever bets you want to give out. And then, our guy Gorky, man, I always tell him like, hey, if you want to give your bets out earlier, you can. And he's like, no, I'm good coming on. I like hanging out backstage. I love the fact that we end the show with our dude Gorky, man. I can't wait to hear his bets as well. I'm sure he'll have something other than college basketball too. But Billy, we've hit this one.
This is my fucking game. This is the game of the day.
I already know
BYU Texas Tech.
What'd you say?
BYU Texas Tech. This is like game of the day, man. This is I honestly think Texas Tech is good value, them being minus at home against a BYU team that's been streaking does create value, but fuck the sides. Fuck the sides. Go with the total. 159.5. This is 162 right now. Over. BYU is, I would say the biggest concern with BYU in this game is their defense. And the biggest concern about Texas Tech in this game is their defense. Yeah, you might be number 15 in the country, but you don't have the number 2 fucking player in college basketball this year. Like if AJ Bonanza goes off for 30 points and BYU loses, I would not be shocked, but I'll be hopefully making some money on the over here. BYU actually went under in their last game against TCU. That one kind of burnt my pocket a little bit, but I'm hopping back on the well here, BYU and over.
I'm on Texas Tech. I mean, when second time this year, BYU's been a dog. They did cover against UConn, but we'll see what happens.
When I say BYU in the over, I mean like every time I see BYU on the docket, I'm looking to bet the over.
Oh, they bought their team this year, so.
I mean, you talk about buying a team. How does Pope go? How does Dew go to Kentucky? Complains about not having enough resources. Flash forward a year and a half later, BYU's got 2 NBA players and Kentucky's got 0.
It's different, different team. I mean, like even the talent that's on BYU, I don't think they're top 5.
No, they are top 5 guns. When's the last time you seen BYU have 4 out of 5 starters that were black kids? You must have more than
Fuck.
two black
They
kids
ain't
on the
Mormon.
fucking team.
These motherfuckers ain't Mormon. We know.
Am I right? You think of BYU, you think of Jimmer Fredette, da-da-da. This team's got 4 out of 5 black kids with fucking 3 subbing in off the fucking bench. They're trying to win games this
A
year.
lot of people that took BYU futures to win the Natty. I understand. This is Oral Roberts money getting thrown around. I know the Mormon Church is relatively rich, maybe more than
They remind me of Gonzaga this year. Gonzaga's got brothers jumping left and right off the team. It's like, yo, when did Gonzaga get so many fucking guys? Like, what?
It's a recruiting tool to get people to buy tuition.
Billy, before we recap our best bets, did you have any that you wanted to give? I know you just got here, so we're not in a rush or anything, but Guns and I have already gone through 15.
Yeah, there's a Big East game that I'm looking at. I love my Villanova Wildcats. If you guys don't know, Villanova is like the regional team in my area. I don't think they're back. I like St. John's. I mean, St. John's opened up +1.5. Now they're the team that's favored. I think the reverse line movement / St. John's. I just think St. John's is going to run through Villanova here.
Yeah.
And it's not played. Remember, this is so one of the big things about the handicap for Villanova St. John's for me is when teams like Villanova play at home on their home campus, that's when you want to back them. This game, because it's such a big game, this is played in the Sixers arena, in the NBA arena, and I think St. John's has way more experience playing in the NBA arena than this specific Villanova roster. I mean, they already played in MSG about 3 times this year. What's another NBA arena? I think that's a huge edge where the price tag on Vegas is like basically factoring home court advantage for Villanova, but there's really no home court advantage for playing in an NBA arena.
Yeah. I feel you. Awesome.
The only other game that I have is a degenerate special. I mean, I feel like I come on the show every week and I'm talking about Sacramento State like they're a fucking top 25 mid-major school. But I'm telling you, man.
It's like 10 p.m. This is like
this is a 10 p.m. start.
I've lost my entire rent payment. I need to make it.
Sac State's been putting money in my pocket. I backed them in their last game, and it was one of the rare times that I can remember them going under full game total. I think they're going to go up and over this total today. This total is fluctuating between all different price tags. Opened up 162.5. I'm seeing 166s in places like score.com or whatever ESPN bet they used to call it. I think you bet the over.
My bad. Listen, they're back and forth in the chat. So Beans in Vegas, he's talking about getting banned and being a PSR lifer, and then like Rod banned him, and Rod saying that you're wrong. Listen,
what?
I banned like 4 people when my phone was in my pocket. Like complete fucking accident. I had Jimmy. It was during Jimmy's show. I was listening to the show, and I was like, here, I'll just put my phone in my pocket. So I don't know what happened. I haven't been reading everything in the chat. But, Rod, you might have done it by accident. I've done it before. So, Beans, whoever your handle is, man, we'll get it figured out. Sorry that happened. But I haven't been reading the chat. I just want to let you know, like, I've done that before when I completely didn't mean to. And they're like, why the fuck did you ban me? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. So
shouts to Rod Zawacki, man. Always dropping in good comments about trends and stuff like that. Things that
Daby said he did it. Like who banned him? I didn't ban him.
All right. Well, I'm not going into the drama. We'll get it straightened out, though, man. Who is Beans? He said life. Beans. What got banned? But we'll figure it out.
With that, so I assume he's not banned.
Yeah, there. Look at what Nate just said. See, Nate, I remember that too because I was like, take Nate's fucking wrench away. He said I banned 15 people
wait,
in my pocket. Bro, it just does it. I'm telling you, it'll hit him. Oh, he said straight up banned me for 600 seconds. Okay, well, at least it's only 600 seconds.
It's not bad at all. What is even 600 seconds?
I wish I knew what he said now. I didn't know you see it.
Well, now Nate's saying it's Cheshire. Next, I'm going to hear it's Dave. Look, I'm not going down it. We're done with that.
Anyway.
Let's recap. I'm sorry for whatever happened. Thank you for everybody that's here, man. You guys are a part of the show. That's why we're talking about it right now. You help make this this whole thing go. I'm going to recap my bets. Guns, you're going to recap. Billy, whatever you want to give the people, and then we'll get Gorky's best bets. I am on Alabama first half minus 2.5. I'm on Miami first half plus 2.5. That's college basketball. I'm on Arkansas first half plus 1. I know, Guns. Then I'm on the Spanish Sniper, Ruben Dominguez over 2.5 threes. And that's everything for the day for me. What you got, Guns?
I said it like favorite one early is Iowa State Cincinnati under. I think 141.5 is going to stay low between these two top 10 defenses. I'm Vanderbilt money line. I said is minus 130. This is a bounce back. They got their dick kicked in versus Texas. I think 16 points they lost. So I think there's going to be a little bit of bounce back, getting back to home. Those are the two my favorite plays. And I think I talked myself into the Texas A&M game over at 155.5. No, I'm sorry, 165.5. I think that like those are the three bets that I like there. The under in the Iowa Cincy game. I like Vanderbilt money line, and I love the Texas A&M game over. So those are my favorites.
Hell yeah, man! Shout out to the chat that's rocking with us between X and YouTube. It's over 444 people. So thank you guys. If you are on X, jump on YouTube, man. Hit Pub Sports Radio subscribe button. We need you in there with us. Texas Tech minus 2.5, minus 110. Also, Billy, what you want to give the people today?
First one, I'll hit the big games for the people. Big East, we're gonna go St. John's minus the 1.5, minus 120, or the money line. It doesn't really matter, however you want to dice it. And then the Big 12, I like the over in the BYU Texas Tech game. I know it's a public over, but I think it fucking cashes. And then for degenerate special, Sacramento State game over. Been emphasizing on Sac State as a over bet on team. You got Mike Bibby as the coach. Mikey Williams, yes, he's not in jail anymore. He's actually playing basketball. I mean, bro, homie was the number one player in the country in high school and then went to jail, and then everybody thinks that he's ass. Like, dude, the dude's been wrecking it for Sacramento State.
Right? And it's not like he couldn't keep playing.
Amen.
That would be the over. And a lot of my action tonight is the Aussie Open. The Aussie Open tonight, day one. We're getting lit.
We have NFL like college basketball. It's like, what do you have time to bet tennis? Well, guess what? Briz will give you that content.
Overnight. It's overnight. Guns, I mean, depending on the type of guy you are. They're
going to be like, I'm telling you, at the end of the day, these guys are going to be hungry. Go, yo, what's the tennis bet, kid?
He likes to wake up with action, Guns. He likes to have a bet rolling when he wakes up.
No,
hey,
like
if anybody's
days.
If anybody's wondering why I'm putting this up right here, if you missed the start of the show, our guy Matty Ice.
Yeah, Matty dropped some heat. Totally
Shout
agree
out to
with
Matty Ice, man. The taint. Yep. This was his card. I didn't get the odds for anything. I'm sorry. I even just put ATS. But the Ohio State, Northern Kentucky, and San Diego State, West Virginia, Illinois State, and Colgate. Those are all just two-team.
Yeah, we call that the gingivitis parlay.
Yeah. Can I take a picture of that? Shouts to Matty Ice. I mean, I'm on the tablet, man. We don't stream on the computer.
No cavities parlay. It's the no cavities parlay.
Well, and that's how you know. That's how you know Matty Ice is one to pay attention to. Our guy Billy's up here. He's like, hold up, let me get a picture of that. So
yeah, high point, bounce back. Yeah, I understand. All good takes.
Shout out to our guy Mills in the chat as well, man. Look, I know that it messes it up every time I switch the things back and forth for the graphics, but I think it's important. We want to run our guy Gorky's intro as well because it is one of my favorite intros. I love this one. So
Gorky's been hot. I'll give Gorky credit. Boy, been hot in college.
Well, he faded my Patriots. He faded the Patriots. And
I said in college.
He said I said in college. Well, shout out to our dude Gorky for getting hot in college, and let's get him up here as we speak, the Gorkle.
Gorky. Boys, we all have our goddamn sins, okay? Mine is the fact that you know,
Keep eating drink,
I'll play some European basketball action that'll
There you go.
absolutely fuck me up.
Hey,
And then-
I think it might kick you when I switch this back, Gorky. It's been doing it the whole day. Hold on.
All right.
Yeah, don't fade the gore.
Oh, I was gonna say it didn't kick him. No, it did kick him. There we go. All right, you're back.
All right. So, you know, now we go into college, and we start with Alabama.
All right.
And SMU. I believe it was SMU here. Let me take a look.
No, SMU's playing UVA.
SMU's in the ACC.
Nope.
Alabama's in
I'm
the SEC.
talking about, I'm
This is
talking
in,
about my,
conference.
I'm talking about my parlay, boys.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
Alabama,
Sorry.
Alabama and Virginia money line, and then I
Okay.
also have a TCU Michigan State money line. Plus 120 and 110 respectively on both of those. I just think they're both sides are the better sides. I really believe in this Virginia team out of the SEC this year, or out of the ACC this year. I think the guys that they brought in from Europe are difference makers. You can really tell that they're developed basketball players. That's fucked up about the college game this year, guys, is the fact that we can see professionals drop to the college level, and that kid from Baylor, he actually is back for a reason. He fucking sucked 5 years ago at Barcelona.
Yeah.
He fucking sucks today even worse because he probably gave up on himself. He's terrible.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Endai, whatever his name is, he's terrible.
You did Vagina wrong.
He was terrible 5 years ago at, like I just said, at Barca.
Yeah.
He's going to be terrible in 10 years when somebody gives him a contract simply because he's 7'2". And
Is there room in Canada for him? It's a lot of space.
I believe there could be, but he might freeze to death. I'm not sure. I think he's better off just staying in fucking Texas.
Yeah, maybe a blanket.
Yeah. So I'm looking out for people's lives. Let's fucking go. Let's get paid to the window and out.
It's off his balls.
No, I'm not quite out yet because I want to say, what are we talking about?
I don't know.
Miami Hurricanes win the Natty on Monday night.
Dude, you're tickling my fucking taint pretty fucking tight right now, kid. I might be there too.
Hey, they're playing at home, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
Fernando Mendoza, beautiful story, whatever the fuck. I'm disabled too. Can I be part of your story, Fernando Mendoza? You fucker.
Yes. I love it, dude. We might be. Ooh, yes. Everybody and their uncles on Indiana. Everybody.
Hold on. Have we checked that he's not disabled himself?
Autistic. I would say autistic. I'll give him autistic.
I'm muted.
Yeah.
Gorky, what the fuck? Billy, did you hear what he said just a couple minutes ago or a minute ago?
Dude, Gorky's on the fucking terror.
I'm rolling a joint. I'm trying to get high, and you got to stay high to stay away from all
Love
those.
that.
I say regular.
Am I the only one paying attention?
Dude, that was one of the funniest things I've heard. No, that was funny. He
just said Mendoza's disabled.
No, I'm talking about where you said, "Can I be a part of your story too?" All right, so you got Miami Hurricanes. I hear you.
Yes.
You got the
Alabama.
Virginia.
You know why the Hurricanes have 2 losses? Because they chose to fall asleep against SMU.
That's Carson
in the middle
Carson
of the ACC game in the middle of November that didn't mean shit. Now, did it almost cost them? Yes.
No, Louisville meant something.
But Louisville, same shit. They got up to like a 7-point lead. They thought they got it done, and then Louisville came back.
You know how you beat Fernando Mendoza is you put pressure on him. Watch that kid under pressure. He fucking panics.
Hey, Fernando Mendoza almost. I thought he almost ended his season against Ohio State on the very first snap on offense.
You know how many points
Then he came back.
Indiana scored against Ohio State? 13.
13. I would say that Miami suffocates this offense.
Now, you got me hyped now. I might put $1,000 on Miami now.
No, I wouldn't put $1,000 on it, bro, because it's giving you plus 290 or some shit. But put something, sprinkle.
Should I tease college football?
No. Take
it straight by itself. Don't let it affect any other fucking winning bet.
No, I don't mean like bet it, but like just tease it and say na boo boo.
Yeah, of course.
I think alt lines in college football are shot unless you're betting. You got to bet the opening. I think the alt line if you're betting the opening number. So let's say you're betting like Notre Dame's minus 7.5. And it closes at 12.5, and you take the 7.5 alt line and a parlay. I think that's fine.
Do you know why the line jumped from like 7 to 8.5? Is because everybody and their uncle is putting Indiana into a teaser, and they're getting it down to like 1.5. And folks had to adjust it to get it. So when people buy the teasers, it's like at 3. And that is like you want
that makes
like
sense.
When you do teasers, you don't do teasers in college football. I will say that college football lines are loose slots, but key number 7 and 3. That's why people are like putting them with NFL teasers, which is crazy. And the book's
kind of smart.
Line up. Yep.
I think it's kind of smart. Guns. If you did 2 NFL and then Monday to close it.
It's not sharp movement. It's like people think it's like, oh no, the sharps are buying the 7s. It's like no, the sharps bought the 6. It's like they're protecting themselves. Like I'm telling you, that's exactly what
the sharps were betting the fucking game before the shit was even out. I mean, like as soon as the shit came out on FanDuel, they were betting it.
They use sharps to generate the line, bro.
Yeah, it's the open and the close. That's it.
Hey, shout out to our dude Man Bear Pig, man. One of my favorite things about being in the Discord is like getting to actually know some of the people in the chat that I wouldn't otherwise. Like Man Bear Pig, AOD, my dude, fucking Old E who just dropped in. Some of the guys that are always in the chat hanging out, man. I love getting to kick it with them in Discord. I need to get back in there today and tomorrow, especially for these games.
Also,
he asked how to get in it. Anybody that's a silver or gold member on the channel, we send Jose sends you the link or somebody sends you the link.
No, you get it on the Pub Sports Radio website once you log in with your credentials.
Okay, there you go.
You
get a membership and then you log in at Pub.
I got another show to do in 20 minutes.
All right, you got another show to do. We've already wrapped up our best bets. Man, thank you guys, everybody out there.
Shouts to Paulino Betts, though. He asked, how do I get inside Discord? Discord's for silver and gold members. And I'm telling you, we've been turning it the fuck up. I'm not the type of guy to be like, oh, the Discord's been 11 and 12 in the last 30 days. Nah, just go in the Discord, look at the fucking sections, and see if the tickets are cashing and the tickets aren't cashing. And you can go in these sections and see these people are running it the fuck up, and you can be one of them.
I won't be there because nobody will give me the invite, but
I've asked for you to get the invite like 5 times. There's no way that they haven't given it to you yet.
But it doesn't matter. I'm going to be on Jay Cavalier channel with the coach. I'm going to noontime, and I'm going to be talking NFL, and we're going to talk about the national championship with Ohio. I want to say Ohio State. Didn't want to say that. National championship with Indiana versus Miami. Go check me out on the Jay Cavalier channel on YouTube. Going live. If you don't know, Guns Picks on Twitter.
I got a question for you, Guns, which is very off topic.
I will get you a link no matter what. Today.
What was the because I used to watch, I was an advocate of the show. I used to watch the show. What was the show that you did with the crossover thing? What was the name of that? It was a solo.
Breaking ankles.
You gotta bring that skit back on IG or something like that. Like breaking ankles would be like NBA NCAA play of the day. That was a low key underrated show. Guns would go live like an hour before all the games start.
It's coming back next week. But it's going to be on Jay Cavalier's channel. It's going to be me and Coach. Like college basketball talk is coming back. I would say probably Tuesday. So Tuesday and Saturdays we're going to bring that show back. So
do we got UFC back yet tonight, Billy?
UFC is next Saturday.
Okay.
That's when we'll be screaming, "Oh, Patty the Batty!" That's gonna be a great time.
Oh, Patty he's fat, right? He's fat. Every time I see him, he's fat as shit.
Oops.
That isn't fat, Guns. I mean, I don't know what your qualifications of fat is.
He's different, but like that when he's not fighting, he gets fat as fuck.
He does.
Well, a little bit of chit chat at the end never hurt anybody, but that about does it for this week's episode of All About the Hoops.
Go place your bets, fellas, and let's win, man.
Yeah,
let's cash, man.
Guns, Billy, Matty Ice for coming on earlier, man. Kongs Clips for always coming in, and then all you guys in the chats. Thank you so much for supporting us, man. We gotta let everybody know that the tailgate is still running. It's just all about the hoops now. So.
Hey, shout out to our guy, new dad, Wine Time, shout out to him.
Shout out to him, man.
Very good point. Shout out to Wine Time, man. We missed you here today. Can't wait to get him back up here. Beautiful baby girl. She's healthy. And on that note, what a way to end it. Thank you guys again. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never